Hello and welcome to a Three is Company video on the Lord of the Rings the card game. I'm Joseph and today I'm playing the Horse Lord's Ire, the third quest out of the Children of Eorl expansion by the Long Extended Party fan-made box. And I haven't beat this one yet, it's given me a lot of trouble, but I'm determined to make my 4-hero Rohan deck work. So to put the pressure on myself, I'm going to do it on camera again and see if I can make it work. I'm going to be using this Never Go Full Rohan deck. It is a bit low on allies with only 20, but I have Guthwine to recycle some allies if I get to discard them. Got Good Harvest to smooth over resources, although I don't think that's very useful. Not sure what else I could place that with. Got some side quests, quite a bit of threat reduction because of my 37 starting threat. Sneak attack, Gandalf, 1 Muster of Rohan, Snowmane, Song of Healing. I should have Warden of Healing in here. I've tweaked this deck a bunch. I've been playing it, random little versions of it, but this is the version I published. But yeah, Warden of Healing is better than a lot of these lore cards. But we're going to try it this way. So let's see how fast this quest will kill me. Let's get my starting hand. I'm looking for card draw and an ally or two. No card draw. We got threat reduction, a horse, and some good allies. I'm going to take that. The attack with Snowmane plus this guy's attack will help me kill this first enemy that pops into play. And a side quest is good to quest on the first turn. Alright, the quest. Like I said, I haven't beat this yet, but so I can't tell you the whole scope of the quest. What we will see. Basically, you have 2 horses out here that are guarded, kind of like Dol Guldur. The third quest in the core box, but only 2. You gotta control these, and then you go to stage 2, and you get this boss, and you're gonna get another horse. So you get these mounts through the game. We have this card here that defines our objectives. Mount objectives cannot be discarded or leave play. If a mount objective is not attached, the player must claim it and attach it to a hero. At the end of the round, add a progress to the main quest for each mount you control, then raise your threat by each mount you don't control. So I gotta grab those mounts pretty fast to keep my threat from spiraling too quickly. Mounts have boosts for enemies and boosts for you. This one gets attached to enemy, and that enemy gets +1 attack. But you get +1 attack if it's attached to your hero, and they have little combat actions, exhaust and to deal damage. This one is attached to a location and it gets +1 threat. Your hero gets +1 willpower, and you can exhaust it. Look at the top card of the encounter deck. If it's a location, you may discard it. Locations are pretty painful in this. We're working with the vast keyword, which is new to this expansion, where you have to exhaust a hero or exhaust a mount to travel there. All right, what are we doing here? I'm going to zoom in my screen a little bit. All right, thieves and coursers. Orcs have invaded the Eastfold, rampaging across the land and capturing King Thingol's prize horses. Add stolen steeds to the stationery. That's that objective definition card. Set Thrucket, the mount objectives, and the 8 enemies from the orc host encountered set aside out of play. Shuffle encounter deck. The 8. Where are those? Here they are. Horse Butcher. Yikes. Blackland Scouts. Okay, so there's a deck of special nasties for us. First player reveals Flint Hoof and Bright Mane, adds them to the staging area. And then the other players will do more cards. Okay, so we reveal these, which is going to trigger the guarded X keyword. Let's do Flint Hoof first. We're looking for an enemy, hopefully a little guy. Yes, that's good. And this guy has a surge and a when revealed effect. So he's the most manageable of them all. He gets +1 attack. This one's the location. Getting rid of some of these enemies. That's good because I've been swarmed by enemies several times here. This one is unique. Okay. All right. And flip this card over. If you can recover Flinthoof and Brightmane, you may be able to stop the main or coast before they reach Aldeburgh. This stage cannot be defeated unless the players control 2 mount objectives. So we gotta travel and destroy an enemy. This guy takes 5 to kill. Alright, here we go. Turn 1. Alright, that's good. We got another threat reduction. Let's just play this out to quest on it. Let's play this on Theoden. And let's play this guy for 1. And that's all. Alright, he takes 5 to kill, so I could potentially kill him with Theoden and Rittermark Knight. This is 4 threat. So we have 6 threat in the staging area. This is hard solo too because just having to face 3 cards turn 1 is rigorous. Alright, I'm going to quest for 8. This is dangerous. 8 versus 6 means Theoden probably won't ready. What are we going to do? When revealed, each player not engaged with the enemy must search the encounter deck and discard a pile for an enemy and put it into play. Engage with them. Shuffle the encounter deck. Each shadow card with no shadow gains raise your threat by 1. Just what I need. But I do quest successfully. So we're probably going to pull another one of these little guys out to avoid his surge and his when revealed effect. Right. He goes into play, engage with me. So defending is going to be my challenge this turn. But I put 2 progress on double back, 8 to 6. When faced with the option to travel, the players must travel to a non-vast location. So we do have to travel here. And then after it leaves play as explore location, if there are fewer than 1 enemy in play, get a new enemy and add it to the staging area. Travel there. This guy's going to come down. So shadow cards now hurt extra. I'm going to defend this Bridal Biter with, if the active location is vast, discard attachment from the defending character. Nothing. Alright, this one's going to be blank. I mean, undefended. Discard a random card from your hand. Rude. Okay. 2 on Grima, because Grima is my whipping boy. Whipping boy. Okay, now we can strike back and kill this Bridal Biter. And then we take this and put it on a hero right away. I'm going to put it on Theoden, although if he's restricted, so I can't put his sword on. Oh, yeah, I can because Snowmane is not restricted. Combat action, let's go ahead and use that right now. We can put a damage on him. All right. And then this objective says at the end of the round, we put 1 progress here, and we raise our threat by 1. Well, that, believe it or not, is better than most of my first turns. Let's put out an extra defender. That could be quite helpful for -1 cost. Let's put out a secret vigil on him. Alright, time for Gleowine. We're going to quest on this. This has 3 points. That's not too much. We're going to go for 8 again. 8 to 0 this time. We get a 2. Humpbacked Downs. Vast. 6 progress points. That's another part that's been killing me. These locations are just massive. At the end of the travel phase, if the active location is not vast, each player raises threat by 1. So 8 to 6. Sorry, 8 to 2 is 6 progress. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And we claim the horse. We're going to put that on Eowyn, so she has 5 willpower now. We're going to travel here by exhausting Flinthoof. Going to get a shadow card, defend with Erkenbrand, 2, and that to raise my threat by 1. Oops, how about reduce it from this? And then Theoden has 4 attack, which kills him, and I get to reduce my threat by a measly 2. Alright, and the objective makes us put 2 progress out here. And new turn. Gandalf can draw some cards, that's good. Let's get some willpower down and play this guy for 1, triggering Grima's ability and Theoden's to Doom 1, us to 40. Now we can quest for 11, because Eowyn's 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. And we're going to quest on that. 11 to 0. Alright, 11 to 2 is 9. 6 here. And 3 here. Good deal. That is complete. Finished our vast location. And this is vast at the end of the travel phase. If the active location is not vast, each player exhausts an ally they control. So we're going to exhaust Flinthoof to travel there. And then we're going to exhaust this horse to look at the top card of the encounter deck. It's an enemy. Do we want an enemy? Sure, that's fine. So it says, if it's a location, you may discard it. But it's not a location, so we can't discard it. But now we know what we're getting, so that's helpful. We put 2 progress out. So you see you can't linger on stage 1 if you get these horses. No matter what you do, you can't linger, because as either your threat goes up, or that knowledge of what you're getting is pretty good. So I won't play Gandalf this turn, because I don't need his stats. 41 is fine. 7, 9, 11. We know we're seeing this, so we're going to get 8 progress. And 2 here, reduce our threat by 5. And what does this guy say? Pommel Pouncer. Well, he's in the staging area without a mount attached. He gains. When a player would gain control of a mount objective, attach the mount objective to Pommel Pouncer. What a name, as a guarded objective instead. So he's simply just going to come down. Erkenbrand's going to take a hit here. Put Bridle Biter into play. Engage with you. No thanks. I'll cancel that with Erkenbrand, which gives me a total of 2 damage, which is a little scary since I have no healing and no armor, but I don't want another enemy. And then I can attack for 4, 5, 6, 7, and kill it. Alright. I will use this to look at the top card of the encounter deck. It is a location. I'm okay with that. And then I think I'm probably going to discard it. Put 2 down here, and then we progress to the next stage. The King Stallion. The war chief Thruck has arrived at the battle, riding the mighty horse Felaroth and bellowing orders at his hordelings. "Rally," he cries. "Tonight we feast on horse flesh." If it is the combat phase, in the phase. Shuffle the encounter, discard pile on the encounter deck. so we lose our knowledge of that. Card. First player adds Thruk to the staging area guarding Faraloff. Each other player discards cards until he gets an enemy. Puts him in play engage with them. Alright, so we get this dude. This is still at the end of the round. I haven't pushed refresh yet. So shuffle up our counter deck again, including this location that we peaked at. Alright, stage 2B. Thruk cannot take damage unless there are at least 4 progress on the stage. The stage cannot be defeated unless we control 3 mount objectives. Alright. New turn. Alright, so I can use Gandalf for my defender this time against this guy. He's immune to player card effects. He engages the first player. So he automatically engages me. That's good. Now I have no threat in staging. At the beginning of the combat phase, if he's not guarding an objective, he makes an immediate attack against the engaged player. That doesn't sound nice. And what does this horse do? Ugh. When the enemy and Guardian Faraloff attacks, deal 2 additional shadow cards. So he is using 3 shadow cards. That's horrible. Exhaust Faraloff to discard a face-down shadow card from play. That's good. Alright, I got a lot of resources here. Let's play Guthloff for 2. And Gandalf for 5. 2, 3, 4, 5. And draw 3 cards with him. 1, 2, 3. Good deal. Got our Armored Destrier. Let's go ahead and play Heed the Dream too. Look at the top 5 cards of our deck. And we got Guthwine. That's pretty tempting. And Sneak Attack too late for that. On Gandalf, let's just take Guthwine. We have no threat reduction currently. Otherwise, I could play Guthwine for 1 resource. Oh wait, I can always pop Aeon up and kill him. This guy takes 12 to kill. 4, 5, 6. I don't have a lot of it. I am gonna do Doom 1 to play Guthwine for 1 resource with Grima. And now Theoden is 6 attack. And he has 3 restrictives, but Snowmane doesn't count. And Gandalf's going to be my blocker for Thruk this turn. Nasty. But we need to get 4 progress down, otherwise we can't hurt him at all. So that's important. That's 9, 11. Please no surge. Treachery. Overburdened. Each player who controls more than 2 attachments must discard an attachment they control. Discard 2 if you control more than 5 attachments. More than 5. These objectives don't count. So I have 1, 2, 3. I have to discard 1. Aw, man. These are all good. Oh, let's just cancel it. I'm not sure what the other treacheries are in here, so maybe that's foolish, but I either lose attack and recycling, or readying, or my defender's ready. So all those are bad. 11 to 0. So I put 8 out, 11 out here. So now if I kill Thruk, I'm going to immediately progress. That is a little bit scary. I'd rather spend a little time here. 3 shadow cards. Gandalf defends. Shadow card number 1. If you control a mount objective, either attach it to the attacking enemy as a guarded objective or discard the defending character after this attack resolves. I'll discard Gandalf after this attack resolves. Put Bridal Biter into play, engage with you, and deal it a shadow card. Take that guy. And a side quest. Good deal. Okay, this attack is resolved. I'll discard Gandalf. Bridal Biter. I'll defend with him. No shadow. Good. Alright. Now do I want to chump with him later? I don't want to face 3 shadow cards again. What do I got for attack? 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I'm gonna be a little chicken. Let's see here. 5. No. 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 will put 4 on him. And then I'm discarding the Rittermark Knight. And then Theoden's going to strike back for 6 and kill the Bridal Biter and exhaust Guthwine to pull him back to my hand. This is not a player card, so I can exhaust it to give him 1 damage. I'll use Brightmane to look at the top card of the counter deck. It's a location. It's a unique one, Horse Lord's Lodge. When faced with the option to travel, the players must travel to a non-vast location. After it leaves play as an explored location, if there are fewer than 1 locations in play, discard till you get a location. Don't really like that. But I know what it is, so I'm going to keep it. It's not a treachery. Alright, I raise my threat by 1 because I don't own a horse, and I put 2 progress out because I own 2 horses. Aw, I don't want more good harvests. I'll play this guy for 1, and that's it. Alright, we know we're going to get this, so we only need a quest for 4, which I'll do that way. So we quest for 4, we get 1 progress. We're going to travel here. We're going to sacrifice Guthlof with 3 shadow cards. Hopefully nothing punishing Chumpy. Discard the defending character after this attack resolves. I'm okay with that. Again. Nothing. 3rd shadow card. If the active location is vast, discard an attachment from the character. It's not. So Guthlof is dead and discarded. And then I can strike back for 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, plenty. And kill him to the victory display. And I get Guthlof back. But before I do that, I'm going to do this, just in case it ends my stage. Okay, that's the enemy that will come unless we shuffle the encounter deck. Okay, let's put that on Grima. Discard a shadow card. That's very helpful. And we immediately progress here. What is stage 3? I've never been to stage 3. The sweeping tide. The full might of the orc host is answered Thrux's rallying cry. You must unite yourselves for a final charge to scatter them into the hills. If it is the combat phase, in the phase. Shuffle the encounter discard pile on the encounter deck. Search the victor display for Thruck and add him to the staging area. Each player chooses 2 enemies from the set-aside orc host cards and put those enemies into play. Engage with them. 1 of those enemies put into play this way must be Orc Battalion. Alright, so we get 3 enemies all at once. That's bad, considering my hand state right now. An Orc Battalion doesn't sound friendly. It's not friendly. 7 attack. So we get that guy. And then what's the weakest? When he attacks, you raise your threat by 1. That's not nice. Oh, these are all bad. They're all about raising threat. Perfect for my deck. Oops. Got the Orcish Horse Butcher. He discards attachments or raises your threat by 1. We got the Servant of the Eye. When he attacks, you raise your threat by 1. I think I can kill him fastest. This is horrible. Threat comes back. Good thing is I haven't used Eowyn yet. And I might be able to use her twice. Okay. Skip the staging step. Ooh, nice. If the encounter deck is ever empty, shuffle the encounter discard pile into the counter deck. So that means they always have shadow cards. When an enemy makes an attack, deal an additional shadow card. Oh boy. So we get double shadow cards. So it's basically a battle, kind of like the end of Journey Down the Anduin. Just kill the enemies. If a mount objective is attached to an enemy, the players lose the game. If there are no enemies in play, the players win the game. Okay, so kill the bad guys. This is exciting. Let's see what I draw. I hope I draw something good. Gandalf, maybe? Sneak attack. Well, I can work with that. Well, I just need to play all of these. So let's play a good harvest. Name a sphere. Until the end of this phase, you can spend resources of any sphere when paying for cards that belong to the named sphere. I name Tactics. I'll play him for 2. 1, 2. And him for 2 as well. Now he gets a reduction if I own a Rohan character, and he gets a reduction from Theoden. Okay, so I just need a quest success. Skip the staging step. We do have a quest phase. Theoden quests. I don't reveal anything. I go successfully. And now we have bats. I should take the Doom 1 from that guy entering play. Okay, Orc Battalion. You cannot take combat damage while being attacked by fewer than 3 characters. So I need to attack him 3 at once. After a character is declared as an attacker, deal 1 damage to that character. Okay, so you get poked against their pikes there, apparently. So Eowyn and 2 other people can kill him, or maybe Eowyn should kill Thruck. These all get 2 shadow cards. This guy, when he attacks you, raise your threat by 1. And this guy, at the beginning of the combat phase, if he's not guarding an objective, he makes an immediate attack against the engaged player. Well, that's bad. And this says, when enemy attacks, deal additional shadow card. So, at the beginning of the combat phase, before we deal shadow cards, he's going to attack me. This is going to be a lot of chumping. Gutloff. Nothing. And put him into play, engage with me. Well, that sucks. Deal a shadow card. This is going to be crazy. All right, now it's the combat phase proper. He's already been dealt the shadow card, but everybody gets 2 more shadow cards. Gutloff is dead. All right, let's use Faraloff to discard a shadow card. The big guy. I just don't want him hurting me too much. I've got Erkenbrand. I could discard another shadow card from him, and that would make him safe to defend. Orc Battalion is attacking for a ton as well. I'm gonna have to chump him. Let's defend the Servant of the Eye first. Active location is fast. Raise your threat by 2. It's not. Oh, goodness. I'm going to cancel that. I don't want a 5th enemy. And then I'll discard this shadow card. I only have 1 life left. He's been defended. These 3 have not. I'm going to be very dangerous and defend over here. He only has 2 attack. Nothing. And if the active location is vast, nothing. I survived. Okay. I have this guy to defend. I could just kill Grima. That would be funny. But then I lose the objective. But then I lose the game. Let's not do that. I'll defend with this guy. He's dead. And then this guy is 7. I'll defend with the Warden of Helm's Deep. Discard a random card from your hand. That's not the one I wanted to discard. And attacking enemies +1 for each mount we control. So he's dead. Alright, I got 4 enemies to kill. And I need to kill the boss. For sure, because he's going to attack me twice next turn. Okay, he takes 12. So I can do... I'll trigger Eowyn. So she's 10, and she's ready, because she didn't quest. And Westfold Lancer is 2, so that's 12. So he's dead. And then this Orc Battalion, I need to attack with 3 characters at once, and it just takes 10 to kill. Oh, I need to raise my threat when he attacks. I don't know if I did that. I'm going to do it. And raise my threat by 1 for him attacking. So 46 all of a sudden. 10, 6, 7, 8. I can do this. Theoden is 6. Lame. Oh yeah, 6 plus the Rittermark is 4. So, and Grima will die if he attacks, so that's awkward. After character declares an attacker, deal 1 damage to that character. So I can't do that. And I have to attack with 3 people at once. Ah, that's frustrating. That means I can kill only 1 of these. I need to kill the Orc Battalion, but he raises my threat. That's scary. But we're going to attack with Theoden, Eowyn, who's 10, and Rittermark Knight, who's just going to be 2. That's plenty to kill the battalion. And I damage them all. I can use Flint Hoof to damage that guy. I don't need to look at the top. Oh, I can look at the top of the counter deck just to see if it's a shadow card. Oh, but 2 progress on it. It's a fine shadow card because the location is not vast. All right, we control all the objectives. We put 3 out. Oh, and when I kill the dude, I can bring back... Let's bring back the Warden of Helm's Deep. I'll have resources to play. New turn. Storm comes. Useless. I wish I had my card draw. Play him for 2. Skip the staging step. Theoden will quest. He quests successfully. Put 2 progress out, which is just right because I don't want to clear this. Ready. We got 2 enemies. They get 2 shadow cards each. I will use Fariloth to discard a shadow card off the Servant of the Eye. I'll use Erkenbrand to defend the biter guy. If it's vast, nothing. Survived, and I'll discard this shadow card. And then defend with impunity over here. 3 to 3. I raise my threat by 1 to 48. Alright. I'm going to use Flint Hoof to give this guy 1 damage. He only needs 3 attack to kill him. We'll use Grima and Erkenbrand to kill him. And this guy needs 5 attack, and Theoden can kill him by himself. There are no enemies in play. We didn't lose any objectives. If there are no enemies in play, the players win the game. I think I did it. Probably a mistake in there somewhere, but it wasn't as complex of middle portion as I have had in the past. Locations didn't pile up. I was able to kill Thruk fairly quickly. And I was able to kill the host of whatever that enemy was, the big enemy, and Thruk first turn there at the end. That was pretty epic. Card draw was horrible, and I had no healing the entire game. So the deck didn't perform very the way I wanted it to. But I had the willpower, and I had the attack, and I chumped when I had to. Guthwine helped me recycle a couple, and these mounts are quite helpful. Extra attack is good. Extra damage wasn't real impactful, but it wasn't bad. Scrying the encounter deck was great with Bright Mane, and then taking away these shadow cards is very helpful. The shadow cards are bad, those little surgy guys going into play when you don't expect it. I had 4 enemies in play all at once there at the end. This has been pretty tough. I've lost quite a few times. Really happy to get a win, hopefully a clean win on YouTube here. Hope you enjoyed it. I really recommend you pick this set up. I think it's very high quality and really enjoying it a lot. You can order it, physical cards. If you look at the Long Extended Party website, they have a couple links there, and you can just play it here on Octagon. The image pack isn't obvious, but if you get the mega image pack that has all the images, it's in there. I don't know if they have an individual image pack. They did not last time I saw it. I'm still shocked. I think that I won. Hope you enjoyed it, and I will be back soon playing some... I think I'm going to play Anuinas next. I enjoyed that quest solo and haven't played it for a while. That's my next plan. But I'm happy with this Rohan deck. I enjoy it every time I play it, and I had a good time playing against this fan-made quest tonight. Thanks.